Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. We're back in the garden this morning. We're going to be transplanting some tomatoes, replanting some green beans, and planting some bell pepper seeds. Right now, I'm just using the other end of a hoe, or my former self, as I like to say, to dig some trenches for the seeds to go. The two long trenches are going to be green beans, and these three shorter ones behind my potato patch are going to be bell peppers. I'll insert a photo of what my toddler did to my inside bell pepper plants that I had started a month and a half ago. I had a good cry about it. We had a good talk about it, and we've moved on. So this time I'm just going to try to put them right in the ground and see what happens. If nothing happens, it's no big deal. But now I'm just putting the green beans in the ground. The green beans that I had originally planted were killed off by our last frost. So I'm going to channel my inner prison Mike and just throw some seeds back in the ground. My hair is at a weird point. It gets in my face all the time. I can't stand it. And sometimes I don't want to wear a ball cap because it makes me sweat more. So prison Mike it is. Now that we've got all the seeds in the ground, I'm going to start covering my trenches. And as I go, I'm just making sure I put a little marker at the end of each trench so I know where I put it, just so in the future I don't trample it if I'm walking in the garden. That was rude. Now that I've got all the seeds in the ground and covered, I'm just going to water everything in. And then I also noticed that one of my potato plants had grown quite tall. So I grabbed some dirt in the tilled area of the tomato plants to mound around it or hill around it just to keep that bottom section covered. And then while I was doing this, I noticed out of the corner of my eye that a second potato plant had sprouted. So I was very excited and I pointed to it just to show you how excited I was. Welcome to the tomato trellis. As you can see, I tilled up underneath the trellis as well as to the left and the right. I'm going to be putting 7 plants on either side. So where I am right now, there's going to be 7 plants going down that row and on the other side of that trellis wall. And then on the right side of the trellis, do the same thing. There'll be 7 plants on each side. So right here, I was trying the dig deep method and put it straight down in, but that turned out not to work very well. So for the rest of the plants, I did the lay down method, where I laid down each plant horizontally, covered the roots with dirt, covered all of the stem with dirt, and then just very carefully bent the top up so just the leaves were showing up out of the ground. I did end up breaking a few stems, so I lost some plants, but I still was able to get 28 into the ground, which I'm very happy with. And on either side, I alternated where I planted. So as they grow up the trellis, nobody is crowding anyone. Once I got them all in the dirt, I went through and I just raked everything kind of smooth and even so there was no pockets of emptiness, and I just wanted it to look nice. And y'all, I am quickly coming to realize that I do not enjoy gardening. I'm excited to grow my own food and enjoy the fruits of my labor, but I am not enjoying laboring for my fruits, if you know what I mean. This took me 3 hours, and I hated every second of it. So I just watered these plants in and called it a day, at least in the garden. Now that we finished transplanting all of the indoor plants and replanting some of the previous plants, I thought I'd give you an updated tour of the garden. So these 2 rows is our watermelon patch. The next 2 rows were the green beans to here, but they got killed in the frost. So this time I just went all the way back. These 2 are potatoes. You saw me hill around this one. There's a little one back here that just sprouted. This one up here should sprout soon. Back here is where I put the bell peppers right into the earth. We'll see how that goes. Then right here we have all of the onions. Doing well. Behind it is the strawberry patch. Again, I haven't seen much movement. There are a couple flowers right in here somewhere, or excuse me, sprouts. I saw one over here when I was doing the tomatoes, but again, I've not had good luck with strawberries, so I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but I'll figure it out one day. This patch back here is wildflowers. I accidentally covered up some with the tilled dirt, so hopefully they'll sprout back through. If not, we have 2 small patches of wildflowers. Then we have the tomato plants lining each side of the trellis. And then on the very end is our corn. Doing well. 3 rows. Everything is sprouting. But I'm pretty proud. Hopefully we get a good crop this year. Now we're going to move inside and tackle the absolutely out of control house. I just did a transition on the kitchen because how many times do you want to watch me clean the same kitchen? So we're in the dining room now, which if you've noticed since my last couple of videos, we have changed things around again. I brought this desk out from our bedroom because it's just easier to do my daughter's hair out here rather than our bedroom. And then all of the toys that were on that shelf in the corner are now back in the playroom. So all the toys are in the playroom, which is nice. This area of the house doesn't get as messy as it was with all the toys out here. The desk is a different story. My daughter hangs out here, colors here, puts her sprays on here. So this gets a little untidy, but it happens. Can't sit too long or I won't keep going. I think laundry is my least favorite chore. I despise it. Does anybody else feel that way? I will wash dishes, I will vacuum, I will mop, I will deep clean the dirtiest space. I'll scrub a toilet with a toothbrush. But give me a pile of clothes and I want to jump off a building. Not really, but I don't like laundry. Comment below and tell me what your least favorite chore is, because mine is laundry. So I'm not going to make you sit here and suffer along with me. I will just suffer by myself and we'll just cut to a transition. So this was filmed on a Sunday, and I put this laundry away on a Tuesday because I put it off for that long. And I already have to do laundry again because I'm running out of clothes. And I need more clothes. However, I don't like shopping for my current body because it's not a body I'm comfortable in. I am trying to come to love it. It did give me 2 children. And I would like to lose weight eventually, but at this point in my life, I just don't have time to work out. I am trying to clean up my diet, and we are active throughout the day, but the body's not budging. So I'm working really hard to be happy in the body that I have. And I just don't know my style anymore. So I need to shop for some new clothes. I just don't know what clothes would look good on my body, which is hard because I'm most comfortable in a pair of sweatpants and an oversized t-shirt. But I also want to look nice if we ever go out, or hey, even if I'm filming a video. But I mean, that probably won't happen because I'm home. So I really just need to get some clothes that fit. I think that would help a lot. Because right now I'm squeezing this body into pre-pregnancy clothes, and I am not pre-pregnancy size. So I think that's part of my problem. I look like a busted can of biscuits every time I get dressed in the morning. So we might have to go on a little shopping spree. So I took a break from cleaning here because I wanted to prep some of these vegetables and grapes for snacks for the week. We are a very snacky family, or at least me and my children are. And I like to get some cut up vegetables prepped for just to munch on throughout the day. We'll dip it in ranch. Sometimes we'll have some chips with it or some crackers. But if I don't have it prepped, we won't eat it. I love vegetables. I will eat any vegetable. I'm just very lazy. So if they're not cut up, I'm not going to eat them. If I'm hungry, I want to eat now. I don't want to have to prep anything. So this way, everything's already cut up. And if I'm hungry, I'll grab this first rather than a whole bag of chips. So we're just getting everything in their own container so it's easier to grab throughout the week. My son was literally sitting in the middle of the living room floor, just screeching. He wasn't playing. He was just sitting there all by himself, just screaming into the abyss. Sometimes I wish I could read the minds of my children to know what's going on in there, because it confuses me 100% of the time. Hey, you want to do me a favor?
Oh, yeah, Mom.
And on my side of the bed is my Diet Coke up on the headboard.
Can I drink some?
If you want to go get it for me, you can have a sip. Thank y'all. Pardon?
Huh?
Did you already have a sip? Did you already have a sip in my room? Okay, so put it on the counter, you little sneak.
I just wanted to sip.
You think you could pull one on me? I don't think
no,
so. As soon as I'm done here, I'm going to make us a snack plate because I'm kind of hungry too. I think I'm going to be one of those moms that cuts up their kids' food until they're grown, especially round food like tomatoes and grapes. I have so much anxiety around my kids choking, especially on round foods, that I cut them up so small. It's probably overkill, but I really just don't want them to choke. So we had to move outside real quick to do a quick vacuum of the car because my husband had called me and said he found something for my car and if I had time to just do a quick vacuum, and I'm very excited. Welcome to the back seat of my car. It's been a long day and I don't want to do this right now, but my husband found the all-weather floor mats for this car on Facebook Marketplace. We live on Facebook Marketplace. We spend too much money on Facebook Marketplace, but everything is such a deal. You can't pass up a good deal. I drive a 2007 Chevy Suburban. Captain chairs in the second row. He found the all-weather, like WeatherTech, but they're Husky brand, but they're the laser fit rubber floor mats for this vehicle specifically. All of them. The first row, second row, third row, and the trunk liner for $45. They still make the floor mats for this vehicle. Husky makes them and WeatherTech makes them. But they're like $300, and that's just for first, second, third row. If you want the trunk liner too, that's another $100. Like $400. If this was a brand new vehicle, maybe I could justify it. But for a, what is it now, 19-year-old vehicle, no thank you. $45 is right up my alley. So he's bringing them home tonight when he gets home from work. So I want to have the car somewhat cleaned out so we can put them in here because I know he's going to want to see what they look like. So I do try to keep my car pretty tidy. My husband has trained me well. It's a little out of control right now. We've been so busy with just life in general. So we're just gonna tidy up, do a quick vacuum. It could use a full detail. We're not doing that today. We're just gonna get the floors in somewhat decent condition so we can put some mats in here. So let's go. Welcome to the other side of my car. I got these car organizers for the kids. Everything just ends up on the floor. So call it a waste of money if you will. Hi, welcome to the trunk. Not a lot going on back here. Let's vacuum it. We're gonna work smarter, not harder. Here they are in all their glory. They are tan instead of black, which I actually prefer. It brightens up the inside of the car and makes it easier to find things on the floor. So it's going to be so nice to have these hauling kids and a bunch of animal stuff all the time. So I'm very excited. So while I was gardening this morning and cleaning the entire house, this is what was happening in the playroom. And at this time of the night, it was right before dinner. I just went to go take stock of the playroom to see what needed to be done. And I was like, nope, not today. Turned the light off. We're doing it another day. And those children can bet their little booties that they're going to be helping me because this is absolutely trashed. So I waddled my tired little booty into the kitchen and started making dinner. Tonight we're having sausage pasta. It's a recipe that my husband found and it is quite delicious. It's super easy to make and takes less than 30 minutes from start to finish. Here in just a minute, I do put the recipe up on the screen if you'd like to pause the video and screenshot it and try it for yourself. That pot, not going to be. I did double this recipe because we do enjoy having leftovers. It warms up very nicely. So everything you see me make today is double what this recipe calls for. Son, what are you doing? And we're back to just sitting on the living room floor screaming. Does anybody else's kid do that? Because I don't understand. It comes out of nowhere. Now that this is finished cooking, I'm going to add the cheese to it, set it aside, and make some green beans to go along with it. And then I'm going to go sit down and enjoy it and relax. If you made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate you being here, and I'd love to have you as a subscriber if you're not already. And I hope to see you next time. Bye!